Hi everyone, I'm going to try to make this simple and quick. We have a book cover, our 10 folios, our needle and string, and you're going to need a scissors for a later part. So we're going to open up our book cover, and it's got a book spine right here. We're going to make sure that the holes in the spine match up with the holes in the leather. If it's on the wrong direction, it's not going to work so well. Then we take these folios, which are 10 pages stacked inside of each other, and I took them and I alternated which direction they were so that the holes will match up with the holes here. That way when you sew them on, they'll all be roughly in the same spot instead of staggered. So you're going to take the first folio, line up the holes with the hole furthest to the side, and you're going to start with your needle and string. Unravel the string a bit till you get to the end, and we're going to find either on the bottom or the top, it doesn't matter. We're going to find that first hole. We're going to put the needle through the first hole, so that means furthest to the side, and either on the bottom or the top, put it through the leather and through the spine, which is the piece of hardboard that I have right here. We're going to pull it through a little bit, and we're going to find the hole in the folio. When you open up the folio, which is the 10 pieces of paper, it's going to come from outside, and it's going to go straight to the middle. So we pull the string through, and we're going to leave about 6 inches left at the end. Go the next hole up, find the corresponding hole, which is, on the side out of the way, and it's going to be easy to find it on the pretty easy to find it on the spine, and then you just have to make sure that it's lined up with the leather. For subsequent holes, it's going to be somewhat easier because our string is going to be holding everything in place. So then you just take that, pull the string through. Make sure that you don't pull it too much through so that you still have your roughly 6 inches of string left there at the end. Go the next hole up. You get the deal. Through the leather, through the spine, and then through the folio. And on the inside of the pages, you're going to have 2 visible lines of string that you're making. Go to the top one and pull it through. And then the next one we're going to do, we're going to be going to the second one. It is going to be not at the same level, but it's going to be this higher one right over here. Unless you chose the higher ones before, then it's going to be a lower one. So you go through that, and the corresponding one on the spine, and you get that started, and you're onto your next folio. So make sure that when you have it lined up, the holes are lined up and they're going to be at the same level. So we put this guy on, and then I'm going to talk about one pretty important part. We have to make sure that the string is always tight when we're doing this. We didn't want to do it right at the beginning because you could have easily pulled your string out the 6 inches of string that you wanted to keep loose at the end, you could have easily pulled that out. But, yeah, I just made it longer, so, pull it tight, pull it tight, pull it tight. And then we've got that little spot right up here to pull tight. This might be a little bit more tricky, but it's doable. There we are, pull it tight. And then you want to make sure that everything's tight. Both ends of the string are tight when you're pulling it. And then pull it through the second folio. You go to the second hole, matches up with second hole on the spine. Put it through, pull it tight. Third hole on the spine. Third hole on the leather and the spine. Put it through. You can see that the string loosens up a little bit, but it should be really tight right up here at this point. So you can just pull it and then pull it tight. And now this string is tight, even if right over here by my finger gets loose. And then do the last hole through the spine and through the leather, making sure that you don't accidentally catch anything with a string. And pull it tight, and you just did 2 of them already. Go on to the third. Should match up. Just double check. There we are. The third one, make sure that the holes are matched up. This one's upside down. Now it's a good way. The holes are alternated like that because if they had been all in the same line, they probably would have been too close to each other, making the spine pretty easy to break because of how little material there was between the holes. So put in it through the third one, put through the second hole, this should take you maybe around 40 minutes to do, or less. This is kind of simple when you get the hang of it. So yeah, you just continue on through other holes. Make sure that you're pulling the string tight all the time, because if the string's not tight, the pages are going to be kind of loose, and you'll definitely notice it in your final product. So you want to make sure that everything is super duper tight. You know, it's just kind of like tying your shoes, but you've got a lot more holes to put it through. And I'm gonna finish this third one up, and you should see how to do it for the for all of them. So I'm gonna pause the video for a moment, do the rest of them, and then show you how to finish it up.